A few days ago, I was inspired by ProChar to make a tier list with the prompt, "You have $30 to make any Salmon Run comp you want. What are you making?" Today, I want to explain some of the rankings real quick, and then highlight some of my favorites. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like and subscribe, as I stream a lot of Salmon Run overfishing, and I'm currently aiming for 2,000 subscribers. On to the video. The tier list here is as shows. The goal is to not spend over $30. Starting off with the cheapest weapons, they are all valued at $4. They are difficult to manage, but they both add fun and challenge in Salmon Run. A few good examples of this are the unreliable ink brush and the splat roller, as both deal low amounts of valuable damage at high hazards. Will you roll with one of these weapons? With an added dollar, we are given the $5 weapons, which aren't the most reliable, but are still cheap and get the job done. Something to note here is the Clash Blaster and the Rapid Blaster being present, as both have AoE. One extra dollar, and now we begin to have the $6 tier weapons with a niche. The Dynamo Roller can crush many lessers and is very powerful on the goalie seeking wave. The Hydra Splatling is another one that catches my eye in this tier due to the insane firepower it has, despite the long windup. As we move a tier up, we're in the $10 weapons, and despite the pricey jump, each weapon here has some form of powerful reliability. A few I want to mention include the Reflux with its underrated 400 plus DPS, both the regular and range blaster, as both have reliable AoE, and the trusty Splattershot with its 360 DPS and all-around ability. These weapons can do great work in the right hands. In the $12 tier, we have weapons that have either a niche or great all-arounder skills. The Explosion, for one, has a very interesting niche with its low damage but high AoE, and the ability to kill mudmouths. The Splat Dualies and Slosher both share an all-arounder quality by being mobile and having great self-sufficiency. Consider getting one of these if you want to have a good amount of money left over for the other three weapons. The $13 weapon tier offers serious business. There are only a few weapons here, but every one of these has something powerful about them. A couple I'll go more into depth about are the 96 Gal with its far reach and great 425 DPS, and the Sloshing Machine for its excellent AoE. All weapons here are both very flexible and proficient, so why not take out one of them for a spin? Lastly, we reach the most expensive tier. The $15 tier features the most powerful weapons in the mode. Every single one of these has extremely efficient quality, whether it be the Splatonus abilities to slice up group of lessers and boss Salmonids, or the Dreadringer and S-Blast's superb AoE. These cost the most, but for good reason with just how much work they can get done. Do note though, that purchasing one of these means that you only have $15 left, meaning you can only get weapons from these tiers. Consider it if you don't mind the trade-off. Now, let's go over some of my favorites. Not a Moon says Splat Dualies, NZAP, Dynamo, and Rapid Blaster Pro, which adds up to all $30. I personally like this comp a lot, due to it tackling two important things in higher level Salmon Run, that being paint and flexibility. Dynamo is a very efficient weapon in crushing lesser Salmonids, and the Rapid Blaster Pro is key here by taking out those annoying fish sticks. Plum says Recyclebrella, Range Blaster, Reflux, and Dually Squelchers, which adds up to all 30 out of $30. As I mentioned earlier, this comp takes advantage of both AoE with that Range Blaster and Reflux's crucial 400 plus DPS. Two weapons here are from the $10 tier, meaning it's likely got flexibility. Jacket Jack is rolling with the Luna Blaster, Snipe Rider, Recyclebrella, and Squeezer, costing all $30. A few weeks ago, we had a comp on grounds that was pretty similar, with Luna and Pencil being present. The main issue was fish sticks being pretty difficult to manage at higher hazards. However, what I like about this comp is the Squeezer being present to handle stick management. Tweet TF2 is going for the 52 Gal, NZAP, Swig, and Tri-Stringer. This one has some interesting flexibility, with the 52 and NZAP being able to manage most bosses, while the Swig can lay down a lot of pain on the field. The Tri-Stringer being here is a good choice, as taking care of steelheads should be no problem. Willow Tree is the first one here to roll with a $15 weapon, that being the Dread. Supporting the Dreadringer, we also have the Heavy Edit, Squeezer, and Vanilla Charger. Honestly, I'm a very big fan of this one. Dread is just so amazing at what it does, being super flexible and taking down lessers and bosses alike. The Heavy Edit is good for flexibility, and the Squeezer and V-Charger's long range means that steelheads and fish sticks should be no problem. Do I even need to say anything about this? I wanted to run this by Marty, one of the best Salmon Run overfishers, and he's got a pretty interesting lineup, as we see the L3, Reflux, Tri-Slosher, and Heavy Edit. If there's one thing this comp has, it's flexibility. L3 and Reflux both share an important 400 plus DPS, while also being fast at essentially every task. I like the Tri-Slosher being here as well, since it should be able to take care of many lesser Salmonids. Kai is rolling with another $15 weapon, this time being the Ballpoint. Supporting it includes the Jet Squelcher, 52 Gal, and Dually Squelchers. If it's one thing this comp has, it's range, and I don't mean that lightly. Ballpoint and Jet Squelcher boast insanely high range, so any faraway boss should be no problem. Lastly, I'll be talking about my winner. This award goes to Fanny, who shows everything I personally want in a Salmon Run comp. We're starting off strong with the Dread Ringer, which, as I mentioned earlier, is just so amazing at what it does. Supporting the Dread, we have the Undercover Brella, Jet Squelcher, and Splattershot Jr. While it may be true that this comp is on the lower end of DPS, each weapon here is just so fun to me and has something interesting about them, whether it be the Jet Squelcher's ability to get faraway sticks, the Undercover's painting abilities, and the Junior's insane ink tank. This one wins it for me. Well, this wraps up the video. My big question to you is, what comp are you making? Be sure to leave a comment below, as I'd love to hear what you guys could make. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, as I actively stream and have more content planned to release. See you guys next time.